Steven's just going, what? Where's he going?
Welcome, I'm Steven with Tobacco Cabana.
And I'm David. I'm a Texan, and I love cigars. This is the Road Show. Welcome back, sir.
Glad to be back.
Glad to be back, yes indeed.
Yep.
Always fun to be here at Tobacco Cabana in Cedar Hill. Definitely Stephen, Rhonda, Bob. And we've got some interesting news coming up about Tobacco Cabana, so you guys stay tuned. But I hope you guys got something in your glass, because before we get into all that, we got to get into y'all being the reason why we're doing what we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we love what we're doing, but we like to bring a little bit of news, a little bit of fun, a little bit of education to you guys. And in order to do that, we want to toast you as good friends and to good conversation. We want to call it a Texas Cigar. Yes, sir. Cheers, cheers. Boom. Okay.
Wow.
So that's something that Dave and I are going to be pairing. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but stay tuned for that. Dave and I are going to be pairing this with an interesting cigar that he brought. So stay tuned for that. But right now, we need to get into some news. What do you got, Stephen?
Holiday gift pack.
Yes, it is that
time.
Yes, it is. And as a store owner,
we love them.
People are going to come in. I need to get something for my husband. I need to get my girlfriend. I need to get something for my girlfriend, because I've seen a lot more women smokers out there too. So don't count out the women that need a little cigar or two in their stocking.
And if you're not real in touch with what they smoke all the time, or even if you are, gift packs are great, because now you're getting a variety.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you know that, that's a well-known name or maker, then you can't probably go wrong with that, especially with they've got a variety in there. So which one do you have?
I have the Punch Holiday Gift Pack. Calls on the 90s. They're rolling out the whole holiday season with a new gift pack. It features top-rated blends and perennial popular Toro front mark.
Okay.
Called the Punch Gift Set. The 4-pack contains Toro expressions of these 93 rated.
Oh, so that's your 90s. Everything rated 90s and above.
Punch Classico EMS Pita.
Okay.
Punch Gran Puro Pico Bonita. Punch Signature Pita.
I like that. I like the signature.
And Punch Gran Puro Nicaraguan Toro.
The Gran Puro Nicaragua is always good too.
All, again, like we said, 90s and above. Suggested retail,
$29, $30 for 4 cigars.
Right. That's higher math for me.
Yeah, and those are some of those are Toros, 6x50, 6x54, 6x50, 6 and 1.25 by 50. So they're all Toros. For $29.99, yeah, that's like as a
$10 and you get one free.
Yeah, that's, as a shop owner, that's a good deal, right? I mean, you like things with price points like this, because it just and then of course while they're in here, if you like that, need something else. Don't forget about lighters, cutters, ashtrays, things like that to go with with those. But I've got something from another maker that everybody knows. Again, that time of year, you want a unique gift? Ooh. This is Cohiba's release of the Biometric Humidor with a limited edition blend with it. Yeah, this is the artisans of Cohiba are proud to unveil the brand's exclusive 2023 holiday offering called the Cohiba Biometric Humidor. This thing is amazing looking. It would look just outstanding on somebody's table. They say the custom crafted contemporary humidor is finished in red and black lacquer and features metallic branding and hardware. It contains a treasure trove of Cohiba classics and curated selection of unique and rare offerings from the esteemed brand. Calling upon the biometric technology, the humidor can be opened either by the owner's fingerprint or by an enclosed key. So If you have some fingerprint problems, that will hopefully, solve that. But the biometric, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a captivating 8-drawer masterpiece of design. Comes in an anthology of Toro-sized Cohibas. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
8 drawers, including the Cohiba 15, Cohiba Spectre from 2018, 2019, 2021, Cohiba Silencio, Cohiba Edición Diamante, Cohiba Royale. Have that, and that was a great one. Cohiba Red Dot, you see that in a lot of shops. Red Dot Reserve, a proprietary blend created exclusively for this release. And included in the covetable humidor are a total of 107 cigars, representing the work of artisans in the Dominican Republic and Honduras. 107 cigars and an 8-drawer biometric, just beast of a looking, it's just gorgeous. The special release is being offered at a suggested retail price of $5,500.
Okay, 100 Cohibas.
That is going to be your special Christmas gift. $5,500.
Nice though.
Orders for the ultra exclusive biometric humidor are being taken now, and the item will ship to retailers in mid-November. So we're in mid-November right now, so that could be hitting. Only 130 humidors are being made.
Ooh.
Only 130. That is something that is not only cool looking, but it'll be almost a one-of-a-kind type of thing wherever you're at. Because who out of all the world, and even just if you limit it to U.S., 130 people, how are you going to run into some? Oh, I've got one of those. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that.
If you travel in the circles of people who get $5,500 holiday gifts, you
might. But I think this is a very cool gift. And, that time of year where they're going to come out with some elaborate things, this one is pretty nice. But you're getting some Cohiba sticks that are going to be awesome. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Y'all, welcome back to the Cigar Room for another great pairing. And you know it. It is still hot in Texas, but I've got a fantastic pairing, so I don't care how hot it is outside. This is the Wise Monkeys Belgian Golden Strong. This is produced in Dallas, Texas by the Manhattan Project Beer Company. And I've got it paired with this fantastic cigar. This is the Drew Estate Undercrown Lounge Edition. I picked this one up from the Puro Cigar House Cigar of the Month Club. And these two are going to go fantastic together. You've heard me say all the different things about me getting older, and yeah, I am. Went to the doctor the other day, and he told me that I'm going deaf. The news was really hard for me to hear. Stay smoky. All right, guys, welcome back. Got a little bit more news. This is local news, though. Local stuff. I was up here, so when we're shooting this the day after Stephen and Rhonda and Bob, Tobacco Cabana had one of their major pipe show events.
Yes.
Right outside the front doors here, you can see there were 2 huge tents. Parking lot is just full. I mean, good luck trying to find a parking spot around here. People everywhere. And so this, again, I'll let you tell this, but this is your big pipe show of the year, right?
This is really the big pipe show in the South.
Wow, okay.
South Central. So we host the Texas Pipe Show here at Tobacco Cabana. Not in the store. We're not physically large enough to hold.
Right, that kind of. I mean, how many people are you talking about?
My guess is somewhere around 350 people came through, going through the event yesterday. So we hosted out in our parking lot. Thank all our neighbors and all the vendors around us who also just love this.
Yeah.
We had a award-winning gumbo chef here.
Yeah. Oh, that was great. I don't like gumbo. I told him that. He goes, here, you better take a taste of this. I took a taste of the gumbo, and I was like, okay, I can do that.
It was great. He had, I'll call it the classic or the wimpy style, or his red gumbo. Being from South Mississippi, it'll light you up.
Mm-hmm.
And on the perfect weather day we had yesterday, where it was cool until the sun came out in the noon, it was great.
Yeah, no breeze. I mean, just to ruin anything. You know how wind can ruin things when you're outside. It was just perfect. It was an overcast day. everybody, light jacket type of day out there.
Oh, yeah.
People are smoking pipes and pipe displays, pipe makers, pipe carvers, pipe.
Yeah. We had carvers. We had people who do estate collections, accessories, tobacco vendors, major retailers, smoking pipes, Ladisi, pipe exporter.
I'll rely on you to mention all those because I don't know other than some of your bigger name Petersons, for pipes and that's the only thing I know. But hey, Jim Clipp was even out there. Jim Clipp is the previous owner of Tobacco Cabana. He's a pipe smoker. He was out there too.
Yeah. He brought us a collection of Kirsten pipes that didn't sell them all, so we've got a few left. Max Stokeby was here from STG, who was brand manager, I guess, for all their pipe tobaccos.
Right, okay.
And that's a great example of how they support the industry and the brick and mortars. But it is just a fabulous event. If you're a pipe smoker, plan on next year about this same.
Or if you're not a pipe smoker and you want to get into it.
Oh, yeah.
I know some people that it's like, you know what? I just can't do the cigars things, but I think I can do the pipes.
Yes.
And I've got a few pipes and I smoke them every once in a blue moon. And I just enjoy cigars more. So if somebody they think they're going to enjoy pipes more. I know there's all the points about it, about how you can just pack a smaller bowl or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
I just look for a smaller cigar. But it was a great event. I mean, there was just tons of people. It was busy. Everybody just finding new things or picking up tobacco that they wanted. I mean, I guess there were just all kinds of blends out there. I mean, you guys, these all back here, these are all blends.
Right.
Tobacco blends. And then you go out there.
And then we've got the tin beds, which is a website where you can go look for tins of tobacco, obscure tobaccos, and find them out there. We had John David from Country Squire here, who has one of the well-known pipe shops in the South in Jackson, Mississippi. So it's a great turnout for everybody to come here, get together, enjoy the pipe culture.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a great event. So look for it next year. It's always about this time of year, right?
Yes, always about this time.
So look for that if you guys are a pipe from, because there were people from all over the U.S.
Georgia to Riverside, California. We haven't, at past events, had people from Europe travel to it.
Okay. So
it has a draw.
Good. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
Today's Cigar Tip is brought to you by McAuliffe Cigars.
All right, Stephen, I need a tip, man.
All right. This is one that's near and dear to our heart.
Yeah.
Traveling with cutters and lighters.
Yes.
Yeah. They're not supposed to take them, but it can happen. It can happen. Yeah. So always be prepared. If you can, store it properly. Lighter. If it's a lighter like this or something, drain it. Find fuel when you get there. That way they don't see it as a potential problem. There are Bic lighter tools that turn it into a torch.
Right.
Your cutters, always pack them if you can. Again, they shouldn't.
Keep them separate. But take a cheap one. If all else fails, take a cheap one. All right, guys. All right. Great tip, man.
Thank you.
2 families, 1 cigar. Join the Ambassador Program today to make it a perfect blend at McAuliffeCigars.com.
This place, it's got a great cold draw.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what is that? So, welcome back, guys. We're getting into this. That's got a fantastic cold draw to it. This is a fantastic cigar maker that I love. Edgar Hoyle, OSOK, 1 shot, 1 kill. This is a different, what is this cigar that you brought in, Dave?
So this is part of the Artisan series that Edgar does
for the NFG festival that is put on by Underground Cigar Shop over in Fort Worth. And this one is 2 years old. Been sitting in my humidor since the March of 2021.
Got a great room note too.
No, I'm sorry, March of 2020, 2021 or 2022. But yeah, this is a beautiful cigar.
2021, because remember what last year's was.
Last year. And every year he brings on a different artist that does just this really beautiful and, detailed artwork for the box, and a cloth or fabric with the art that's inside the box as well. Lots of work puts into it. These are highly sought after by everybody that goes.
I love Edgar's stuff. Great guy. If you don't know anything about Edgar used to be one of the well-known photographers for Lowrider magazine. So he is a arts guy and appreciates art, and he is putting that art forth in these cigars.
Edgar is also kind of unofficially known as the Mexican San Andres King, because almost all of his cigars, he's from Mexico. He has just really perfected the blending of a very complicated wrapper in the San Andres.
Feels great. I like it when you've got a Vitola cigar that I can just roll around in my fingers like this, and it just feels good to roll around, look at it. That's one of the things you do with the cigar when you're getting ready to pair it. You lit it up, which is what we're getting ready to do, is pair it with, what is this, Maker's Mark?
This is Maker's Mark FAE01. So every year, and this is the 2021 release of it, every year they call it their Wood Series.
Okay.
And what Maker's Mark does is they have a number of different staves that they put in their barrels to
they put staves in their barrels?
With the different staves in their barrels.
Okay.
As opposed to finishing, say, like in a rum cast or something, they've just perfected that. And all Maker's Marks are all weeded.
Okay.
So this is one of also a highly sought after model.
Okay.
They're limited, release. They do every.
So how does something like this compare? Because I like Maker's Mark 46 with the French oak cask.
Right.
That's one of my favorites. So how is something like this going to compare to that?
Completely different profile.
In what way?
Well, really, just
sweetness still there.
Sweetness is still there.
Okay.
But it depends upon if you're getting the 01 or the 02. I mean, we can even look, and it says right here, for the 2021 release, we set out to create an expression to pay homage to our unique copper still design and celebrate our non-chill filtered process. This approach retains more of the fatty acids, esters in our bourbon, resulting in a bigger fruit notes and viscosity. Where with the 02, they're going for a bit more of a woodsy type notes with it.
And so non-chill filtered is something that's going to keep all those like elements.
Yes.
Sediment, things like that are in there.
Sediments from the fatty.
The fattiness of it. Whereas the chill filtered will take all that out.
It's kind of like if you picture a Wagyu steak, or a nice, really nice porterhouse prime rib that's lots of fats on it,
right?
And a non-chill filter is all the fats stay on there. Chill filtered,
cut it all off,
cutting all the fats out.
Yeah, it's like I don't want that. I want the fat.
No, you want it, and you can.
So something like that is going to give you more flavor. Obviously.
Right. And so if this model warmed up a bit, to where it's not room temperature, got a little bit more room temperature, you would see much more cloudiness in it. And that's those fats.
And then
into why.
Somebody might look at it and go, ooh, that's a bad bottle of whiskey there.
Yeah.
But if you look at it and go, oh, it's non-chill filter, now get it at the right temperature, all that cloudiness will go away. But if somebody knows what they're buying and they go, oh, it's non-chill filter, I don't care how cloudy it is.
Look for that.
Yeah, I don't care how cloudy it is. I've got a little bit in my glass here. So this is what we're gonna. Yeah, I might as well just a little bit here. Thank you, sir. So why this cigar and this drink? What were you going in? Because hey, if you noticed, Dave brought these pairings. Dave did this. No, nothing from me.
But it's just been a while.
I know it. So it's like, Dave, we got to get back on track and get you into the mix here with the selections. So
I brought these two together to bring out the coffee, the creamy, the cocoa notes of the cigar.
Yes.
And then pair that up with the sweet, fruit-forward cherry notes, but also a bit of the bread notes that you will get out of here.
Okay.
And those are typical notes that you
that's what
makers.
That was what I was getting off of this, and the cold draw on this was like a really light milk chocolate type taste on the cold draw with this.
That's that San Andres.
It was just delicious on the cold draw. I'm not getting the light chocolatey taste of it now. I'm getting more of a cocoa taste on the light now. I'm going to get into it a little bit more here and see what it transitions to.
I'm getting the cocoa, and I'm getting a little bit of like a creamed coffee. So not your black start coffee, but a little bit more of a cream type coffee note into it.
I love it. You retrohale and you'll pick up a note. You retrohale and you pick up something. I know not everybody retrohales. We told you guys on previous shows, if you don't retrohale, this is what you need to do. You just need to hold that smoke in your mouth a little bit longer, let it release from your mouth a little slower pace, and some of that smoke is going to get up into your nasal passages. You don't have to fully retrohale.
No, you don't have to. If you can work your way to learning how to retrohale just a little bit of it at a time.
Exactly.
That's going to be so, it's going to increase that experience.
Yeah.
Multiple.
Yeah, and it has for me, because I wasn't, it's just one of those things you're scared because, cigars can be stronger. And so to try to shove all that smoke through your nose, you're like, oh crap, it's going to burn. It's just going to burn. You're trying to prepare yourself. Yeah. So it's like you try to do it, but you can't do it. But then once you do it a little bit, and you get a little bit more and a little bit more, and you get used to it, it just comes. I have to really think about now not retrohaling. I go into it, and I automatically now, you shove your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and you just blow out through your nose. And I have to really think about not doing that now, because it's like I want to get some of the taste of the cigar not retrohaling it, and some of it with retrohaling it.
I think I retrohale, probably, multiple times within each stick. That, depending upon what I'm doing, especially if I'm reviewing it, I'm going to retrohale a lot. And then I'll also do combinations of styles of retrohale where I'll do, say, like a partial retrohale or a full retrohale like I just did. Mm-hmm. And in that full retrohale, the very back end of it, I was getting very subtle hints of mint.
I haven't gotten that yet. Any mint. It is lighter flavored notes. There's nothing heavy in this cigar tasting. Nothing slapping you in the face.
No. And the retro is it's lighter, it's refreshing.
Yeah. Is this a cigar? I can't remember. Are these limited runs?
These are limited runs. You can only get these at the festival, if there's any left over at
NFG, Underground's NFG, which is a great event to go to if you guys have never been to it. There's people that come from all over. Another event, we talked about last show with Stevens Pipe. They have events. Almost every cigar lounge, good-sized lounges, are going to have their own events. We had a great event at for our yearly event where we raise money. So look for some of those events, because at those events, there's places that you're only going to get cigars at that event. So if you're like
unicorns.
Yeah, unicorns, they can be. And so if you're like to collect a lot of cigars that other people are really not going to have, then try to get to some of those events. Undergrounds is usually in March, so be looking for that. The tickets usually go on sale in January. But I can't remember if I smoked this one or not, but I've got one from the previous year or last year.
Got one from last year.
Yeah, last year's, but I can't remember if I smoked this one or not. So you just went cigar.
So yeah, I just went cigar.
This is the third release.
This is the third release of the Artisan series.
Okay, so you went cigar to drink, right?
Cigar to drink.
Okay, so I'm going to do that too. What did you pick up?
You go, and then we'll see. So see if you got the same thing I did. I don't want to influence you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, on the back end of that drink. It's kind of the only thing that's coming to mind right now is like a vegetable note. Light, very back end, a vegetable note.
So a little bit of herbaceous.
Herbaceous type of note, yes.
What do you get on the very front?
I'd have to do that again to pay attention to it again.
Oh, let me twist your arm.
Okay, yeah, right, yeah. I'm trying to think in my head while I'm doing this, is that flavor wheel.
One of these days we're actually going to...
Yeah, right. You think,
we've been talking about it.
Think if we knew what we were doing. The only thing that comes to mind, the only thing, that's what you do. You just got to go, what pops into your head? It's a woody, cedary, meaty, earthy type of note that I'm getting. And then on the back end, it kind of turns to a vegetable, which to me kind of goes together. That's what I kind of get. That's the only thing that's coming to mind. I mean, so tell me what you're getting.
On the very first tip of my tongue, I'm getting a very sweet, light, crisp, refreshing, almost like an apple, like a crispy apple, like a Granny Smith type apple. It's really sweet.
Well, that's tangy.
It's tangy, crisp. Right. I mean, for me, I get that off the front. Off of the very back end, I am picking up some of the herbaceous vegetable notes that you're talking about. But it's still that crispness is carrying it through. So I'm not going to go asparagus or kind of like that.
That's a how do you say? It's like olives. It's got that musky taste.
Yeah, it's not a musky taste, but by far, I almost what comes to mind is more like a summer squat.
Okay, vegetable. Yeah, I'm not getting the Granny Smith apples or anything like that, tanginess or anything. If anything, there's a light little bit, which I would classify as white pepper, little bit of tang in there, but it didn't taste sweet to me. So, but it is on the lighter side, so the lighter wood, the lighter earth type of notes that I'm getting. There's, like I said before, there's nothing heavy in your face type of.
Now, what kind of wood would you? I mean, because a walnut is going to be much bolder and heavier.
Yeah, well, definitely a lighter cedar. Is one thing. I think that's kind of, it's like you store your cigars in cedar. So if you don't pick up cedar in some of the wood, but it would be a little bit more towards a light oak wood.
So a little bit of that vanilla type in that oak.
Yeah.
That could be, that could be where I'm getting it from, but I am picking up, there's something tangy in there, and that's why I went with that Granny.
Well, I mean, on the retrohale, it's got a little bit of a sting to it, but it's not a whole lot. So that I equate to white pepper type of thing.
I can see white pepper, but it doesn't. That's why I went with a mint on the retro, and I think I'm going with that tanginess of it. With the mint and that tanginess of that Granny Smith apple are going to be similar in the type of notes that you get from it. Whereas a white pepper is sweeter and more subtle than a black pepper, but still it has a bit of that earthy.
Little bit different. I just went drink to cigar, and that was slightly different flavors. Again, when I'm looking like this, I'm trying to picture that flavor wheel in my head. That one gets a little bit more.
And for me, going drink to cigar really brings out the bread notes for me out of the cigar.
Now, I just had this the other day. My wife fixed some baked chicken smothered in mushrooms. And so that could be why that's coming to mind, obviously. But if I stick with what I was tasting, which was earthy and cedar and herbaceous, and then I'm saying I'm getting a meatier kind of a mushroom taste, that lends to your earthy notes. But I did just have chicken smothered in mushrooms. So that could be it too, but it does kind of go along with the earthy and it's a lighter. I mean, a mushroom's not a heavy taste.
Well, and this brings up a good point that we've talked about numerous times, that what we eat, even what we have eaten, like the night before, and just, and the moments before, are going to have an impact.
Yeah.
That the residuals of what we've had to eat will stay on our palate for
right
too.
I mean, yeah, look at that ash. Granted, mine's a little bit longer than yours right now because you're talking more, but look at the ash. I mean, it's solid ash, stacking dimes. Mine's a little wavy right here. I just need to turn it again. When you're doing that, you see the long side.
You've got a knife.
Turn it down, but it's flat
on it.
Yeah, and so
it's not
flaking it. Yeah, I just tried to tap mine and it stuck, so I'm gonna leave it on. Because you guys know, if you leave your ash on there, then you perfect cone,
beautiful cone. You've still got some nice cherry right in the center, and
there goes
around the wrapper on it.
I mean, mine's a little wonky right there, but it'll catch up. I know it will, just the way this thing's burning. Just turn your cigar, turn the long side down, and hold it like that, and it'll catch up. But yours is burning great all the way around. And that is synonymous with Edgar Hoyle's stuff.
Well, I think it's synonymous with a lot of the boutiques. A lot of people, want to stray away from the boutiques because they're afraid that the quality is not going to be there, as in the your major, what I call your big five.
Yeah, right.
And it's not five, but you know what I'm getting.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's not the case. I mean, that's a myth that needs to be busted, because the boutiques, in my experience, because they're not producing, the millions of cigars per run, they're producing, maybe, 5,000-10,000 cigars per run. They have to put more focus in the quality of it. Otherwise, nobody's going to come back and buy it.
Yeah, and they're not going to get bigger because nobody's going to come back and buy it. But this is one of the things that I hate about doing these pairings like this is when we bring in cigars that are limited run cigars, and it's like, it's hard for you guys to find it. So I apologize for that, but then again, I don't. Because this is a great cigar.
Okay. So while this particular cigar is a limited run, there are a number of
cigars that OSOK, that Edgar Hoyle has put out under his brand, the OSOK, that is just, they're readily available if you know where to go find them.
Right.
And you can always, message us in the comments of, hey, where do I go and get some OSOKs? And we're happy to tell you, in the comments and let you know where you can go and buy them. Edgar Hoyle, he is a very, very, very limited person. He's not as big as some of the other boutiques where you can go in pretty much anywhere across the U.S. and find something.
Yeah, exactly. But you're going to be able to, he uses a lot of San Andres.
He uses a lot. He's one of the first ones that has done a San Andres Puro.
Puro, yes.
And
San Andres.
That is yes. Carmencito?
Oh, yes, I have that. Yeah.
Little one? Oh,
yeah.
That is.
Steven's over there commenting too. Yeah, that's a great little cigar. Short little smoke, but a San Andres Puro.
And that's the reason why I picked this one out. Besides of the pairing, and so far for me, this pairing is just exactly what I had hoped it was going to be. And I have not done this pairing before.
Right.
But is to encourage our viewers to step outside of the box.
Mm-hmm.
Step outside of the box.
Explore your
pairings. Explore the different types of cigars.
Enjoy the leaf.
Enjoy the leaf. Grow the culture. Yeah. All of our little plans.
Yes.
But with that, learn what it is about the cigar that you like.
Exactly. We mentioned that before.
And
find out what tobacco is in there. And then you smoke another cigar. Oh, that's got the same tobacco as this other cigar. Maybe I like that tobacco.
And now you've increased. And then the benefit of this is you've increased the number of cigars in your rotation that you will smoke instead of just smoking the same cigar.
Yeah. And so if you know you like San Andres tobacco, OSOK is one line that you can definitely seek out because he uses a lot of it.
He uses a lot of it. He is partnered up with Noel Rojas, which we all know who Rojas is.
Yeah. If you don't know Rojas, you need to.
Yeah. And he's done a lot of San Andres. There's just a lot. My cigar that
Rojas
on the show.
Yes.
That Rojas.
Yeah.
Of course,
great.
That was a San Andres wrapper.
Yeah. Great cigar.
It's a beautiful wrapper. Step outside your norm.
Well, this is a great pairing. I like Maker's Mark. I hadn't had that one before. And I can't remember if I've had this one before. So look at there. It's caught up. I just turned my cigar. It's caught up. Everything's good. But exactly like what you're saying. Explore your pairings. If you know you like Maker's Mark, pay attention to the cigar that you're smoking when you smoke it with it and see what kind of combination you're getting out of it. And maybe you like a different tobacco and try to go find those things, okay? But explore those pairings and enjoy the leaf, right?
Yes. Wheated bourbons go beautiful with San Andres.
Mm-hmm.
Goes beautiful with another one of our favorites, Brazilian
Matafino,
or the one that I can't pronounce.
Arapiraca.
I can only do it when somebody else has said it. And also the Cameroon.
Yes, and the Cameroon.
A Cameroon is great. We were talking earlier about the Jalapa and the other region from
Jamastra.
The Jamastra.
Mm-hmm.
Both very creamy type notes out of both of those regions. Go great with wheated bourbons.
Yeah, great. Fantastic pairing, Dave. This is another Jim, I'm glad you got to pair something up this time. Go back to why we started this segment. But you've taught me well, and I'm exploring my pairings. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned again for the rest of the show, okay? We'll be right back. Pick up your collectible Texas Cigar Roadshow laser engraved whiskey glass at giftygarage.net. Good show?
Good show.
Good show. I think so.
Good information.
Exactly. Good information. Good holiday stuff coming up for you guys, for those cigar smokers in your life or for yourself. Yeah. And the good news about your pipe event.
Oh, absolutely.
Fantastic event. You guys need to check it out next year. Get with Tobacco Cabana on their website. Contact them. Say, hey, I want to be. Yeah, exactly. Do all that stuff. And in the meantime, while you're at home, always help us out with the show by clicking that like button or the subscribe button or that notification bell, and share it with your friends and do all that social media stuff. We appreciate all of it. That's why we toast you guys, because without you, I mean, it wouldn't be as fun. It's still fun. It wouldn't be as fun, but we appreciate you guys. Until next time, always remember,
enjoy the leaf,
grow the culture, guys and ladies. Texas Cigar Roadshow is presented by Lone Star Cigar Association.